If you're over 45 and worried about blood sugar spikes, you're not alone. The World Health Organization reports that the number of adults struggling with blood sugar-related conditions has nearly quadrupled in the last 4 decades. But long before modern medicine, ancient cultures were already using sacred plants to help stabilize energy, reduce cravings, and keep the body in balance. Today, modern science is confirming many of these remedies, and in this video, we'll uncover 7 plants that actually work. Stay with me until the end, because I'll share the biggest discovery that completely changed my own approach. Across Asia, Africa, and the Mediterranean, certain plants were considered more than just food or medicine. They were sacred allies for health. Ancient healers didn't have blood tests or glucose monitors, yet they identified plants that could calm the body after meals and maintain steady energy. Now, clinical studies are proving their wisdom, from reducing post-meal sugar spikes to improving insulin response. In this countdown, we'll look at 7 of the most fascinating examples. And then I'll reveal a modern formula that combines many of these plants into one simple solution. As you listen, think about this. Which of these sacred plants would you most like to bring into your own daily life? Leave your answer in the comments. I'd love to see which one resonates with you. First on our list is Ceylon Cinnamon, often called the true cinnamon. For thousands of years, this bark was so highly prized that it was considered more valuable than gold in some trade routes. Ancient Egyptians used it in sacred rituals, while Ayurvedic and Chinese healers prescribed it for balancing digestion and circulation. Modern science now shows why. Multiple studies suggest that Ceylon cinnamon can improve insulin sensitivity and slow the breakdown of carbohydrates in the gut, leading to more stable blood sugar after meals. In fact, research published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found reductions of up to 29% in fasting blood sugar among certain participants who consumed cinnamon regularly. But here's an important distinction: not all cinnamon is the same. What most people buy in supermarkets is cassia cinnamon, which contains higher levels of coumarin, a compound that can be harmful to the liver if consumed in excess. Ceylon cinnamon, by contrast, is far lower in coumarin and is considered the safer choice for daily use. So, if you want to try this ancient remedy, look specifically for Ceylon cinnamon. You can sprinkle it over oatmeal, stir it into tea, or even take it in capsule form. It's a simple, everyday way to tap into an ancient plant that modern science now recognizes as a powerful ally for blood sugar balance. Our next sacred plant comes from Asia and Africa, bitter melon, also known as Karela. Its bumpy green skin and intensely bitter taste made it a symbol of purification in many traditional cultures. In Ayurvedic medicine, it was considered a plant of balance, able to cool the blood and restore harmony. In traditional Chinese medicine, it was prescribed for digestive health and to clear what they called heat toxins, many of which we now understand relate to blood sugar imbalance. Modern researchers often refer to bitter melon as plant insulin. That's because compounds inside the fruit, such as carantan and polypeptide P, mimic the action of insulin in the body. They help move glucose from the bloodstream into the cells where it can be used for energy. Clinical studies, including trials published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology, show that bitter melon extracts can significantly reduce fasting blood sugar and improve glucose tolerance. So how can you use it? Traditionally, bitter melon is sliced and cooked in stir-fries, soups, or curries. In many households, it's also brewed as a tea. For those who find the taste too strong, capsule supplements are widely available and often standardized for potency. It may not be the easiest flavor to love, but bitter melon's centuries of use and growing body of research make it one of the most powerful natural allies for blood sugar control. Number 3 is Gymnema Sylvestre, a climbing vine native to India and Africa. In Sanskrit, its name means gurmar, literally translated as sugar destroyer. Ancient Ayurvedic texts describe it as a sacred herb that could take away the taste of sweetness, a belief that modern science has actually confirmed. When you place Gymnema leaf extract on your tongue, it can temporarily block sugar receptors, making sweet foods taste bland. But the benefits don't stop at the tongue. Research shows that Gymnema compounds, called gymnemic acids, can reduce the absorption of sugar in the intestines and support healthy insulin function. A clinical study published in the Journal of Clinical Biochemistry and Nutrition found that participants taking Gymnema extract experienced improved blood sugar control and, in some cases, reduced dependence on conventional medication. Traditionally, the leaves were chewed fresh or steeped into herbal teas. Today you'll more commonly find Gymnema as a capsule or tablet, often used alongside other supportive herbs. For anyone looking to reduce sugar cravings or blunt the impact of sweet foods, this plant stands out as both ancient wisdom and modern science working hand in hand. No wonder it earned its legendary title, the Sugar Destroyer. Our fourth plant is Fenugreek, a small seed with a surprisingly big impact. Originating in the Mediterranean and widely used in Indian and Middle Eastern cuisine, fenugreek has been a staple of both food and medicine for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians even buried it in tombs, believing it held powerful healing properties. Modern science now confirms its value for blood sugar balance. Fenugreek seeds are rich in soluble fiber, which slows the absorption of carbohydrates in the gut and helps prevent sharp spikes in blood glucose after meals. They also contain compounds called saponins and 4-hydroxyisoleucine, which have been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. Clinical studies, including research published in the International Journal for Vitamin and Nutrition Research, found that daily fenugreek supplementation significantly improved fasting blood sugar and overall glucose control in people with type 2 diabetes. What makes fenugreek unique is how versatile it is. You'll find it as a common spice in curries, ground into flour, or brewed as a tea. It's also available in capsule or powder form for those who want a more concentrated effect. In short, fenugreek may look humble, but it remains one of the most reliable and accessible natural tools for keeping blood sugar steady. Our fifth plant is holy basil, known in India as Tulsi, often called the incomparable one. For thousands of years, Tulsi has been revered, not only as a medicinal herb, but also as a sacred plant, placed at the heart of temples and homes. In Ayurvedic tradition, it was believed to protect both body and spirit, reducing stress and restoring inner balance. Modern science offers fascinating support for these ancient beliefs. Stress is one of the hidden drivers of blood sugar imbalance, since elevated cortisol can raise glucose levels. Studies show that Tulsi acts as an adaptogen, helping the body respond more calmly to stress. Research published in the Journal of Ayurveda and Integrative Medicine noted that Tulsi supplementation improved glucose metabolism and enhanced insulin function in people with type 2 diabetes. Using Tulsi is simple. Fresh leaves can be brewed into a fragrant tea, or you can find it dried and packaged in tea bags. Supplements are also available in capsule form, making it easy to include in your daily routine. By lowering stress and supporting steady energy, Tulsi bridges the sacred and the scientific, reminding us that wellness is as much about calmness of mind as balance of body. Our sixth category isn't a single plant, but a family of plants rich in a remarkable compound called berberine. You'll find it in species like golden seal, Oregon grape, and barberry, plants long used in Native American and Chinese medicine. Traditional healers prized them for treating infections, liver problems, and what they described as sugar illnesses. Today, berberine is one of the most studied natural compounds for blood sugar support. Research has shown that it works on multiple pathways at once. It improves insulin sensitivity, reduces glucose production in the liver, and even supports healthy gut bacteria, all of which help regulate blood sugar levels. In fact, clinical trials published in the journal Metabolism suggest that berberine can be as effective as some commonly prescribed medications for type 2 diabetes, with fewer side effects for many people. But potency comes with responsibility. Berberine is powerful, and it can interact with certain medications. That's why experts recommend consulting a healthcare professional before using concentrated extracts. Practically, you'll find berberine most often in capsule form, though traditional decoctions from the root or bark are still used in some cultures. It's a vivid example of how ancient plant remedies are now standing shoulder to shoulder with modern medicine. Our final entry is not a single plant but a group of chromium-rich herbs and vegetables that play a key role in how our bodies use insulin. Ancient traditions may not have known the word chromium, but they valued certain foods for sustaining energy and reducing fatigue. For example, green beans, broccoli, and even some herbs were recommended in folk remedies for people with what was often described as a sweet blood. Modern science confirms the wisdom behind these practices. Chromium is a trace mineral that enhances the action of insulin, helping cells absorb glucose more efficiently. Research published in the Diabetes Technology and Therapeutics Journal shows that chromium supplementation can improve blood sugar control, particularly in individuals with insulin resistance. While more studies are still being conducted, the evidence strongly supports its role as a supportive nutrient for healthy glucose metabolism. So how can you add it to your routine? Instead of relying solely on supplements, you can naturally boost chromium intake by including more chromium-rich foods in your diet, like broccoli, green beans, whole grains, and even herbs such as basil. It's a reminder that sometimes, the simplest plants and everyday foods can provide profound benefits, reinforcing the connection between traditional diets and modern nutritional science. Now, as powerful as these 7 plants are, I'll be completely honest with you, trying to prepare all the teas, powders, and tinctures every single day quickly became overwhelming for me. Some mornings I'd forget, other times I just didn't have the time to brew another tea or grind seeds. And maybe you felt the same way. I wanted a solution that still honored the wisdom of these plants, but made it simple enough to actually stick with long term. That's when I discovered a formula called Glucose 6. What caught my attention was how it combined many of these sacred plants, like cinnamon, bitter melon, and gymnema, into one convenient capsule. Instead of juggling 7 different remedies, I could take just one supplement each day. After a few weeks, I noticed I had more steady energy, fewer sudden cravings, and my blood sugar readings became much more consistent. It wasn't about replacing a healthy lifestyle, but about making that lifestyle much easier to maintain. For me, Glucose 6 fits perfectly into a green living philosophy. It uses natural plant wisdom, backed by modern science, to support the body in a balanced way. If you've ever wanted to harness the benefits of these plants without the hassle of managing them all individually, this might be the option you've been waiting for. Now, in the spirit of full transparency, I want to let you know that my link in the description is an affiliate link. That means if you decide to try Glucose 6 through my link, I'll earn a small commission, at no extra cost to you. I only share products I personally use and trust, and your support helps me keep creating these videos for this community. So if you'd like to try Glucose 6 for yourself, check the link right below this video, and I'd love to hear from you. Out of the 7 plants we explored today, which one are you most excited to try? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every comment, and I really enjoy seeing how these plants are helping people in real life. We're all on this green living journey together, rediscovering the ancient wisdom of plants and applying it to modern health. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more plant wisdom and holistic health tips. And don't miss next week's episode, where I'll be sharing the most powerful spiritual plants for daily wellness. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Until then, stay healthy, stay balanced, and I'll see you in the next video.